The Dowerhands have forged an alliance with the Blue Crag goblins and have laid siege to Gondamon for nearly 2 weeks. The final assault will soon be launched.
Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Archer, the Lord of the Rings Online, and we are here at the Siege of Gondamon, where the Dowerhands wish to take this home from us and slaughter the families. But I say not today. I say we stand. I say we fight. I say we get down to the walls and begin this skirmish. Now, in Siege of Gondamon, this is one in a large area in the center, and you very often want to go around moving about anyway, so therefore, that part should be useful with a mobile character. But there's some parts of this that are not going to be as good with this class especially with this particular build as some of the others. But I think this part, the lower density fits fairly well, and the fact that you have to keep moving around then works well with the highly mobile characters, such as this hunter that I have. Now the Bearer of Light is going to be a little bit of a pain, but that's where the mobility comes in handy. And I can just fall back to here. And this also brings me back towards the center, so therefore that works with my need to be able to get to the next location fairly quickly, since I'm close to the north. Now, of course, if I'm going back to the same place, it's not as good in that situation. But I think being in a nice central location is going to be helpful. Now, we do have a large number of mobs here, though, that like to stick one place, such as these flame lobbers and the spear throwers, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. We have to deal with those. Because now here I was stuck there, and now I have to go all the way back to the south. Forward and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Alright, which lieutenant? Alright. Now also with lieutenants are going to be a little tougher one. Alright, now let's see. Especially when you have one throwing a snare trap like the Pale Trapper. But the Pale Trapper didn't last very long, as you can see here. Now I do have the NPCs that could be helpful, so therefore I don't have to grab them all. The PCs can be a little bit brittle at times, but I have found that leaving one or two mobs on them is fine. It's when you have those lieutenants plus a full set of mobs on them where they really get brutally hit. But when in a situation like this, they shouldn't have any trouble. Anyway, this is the minstrel trainer, I believe, so therefore he is. Yeah, minstrel trainer, which naturally means that he can heal himself. So therefore, he's one of the least likely ones in order to get killed in any case. Alright, and we have them. Now, in doing this with yellow line, then I would just stay put, throw traps all over the place, and that works there for that character. But I don't have all those traps with me. Now you could probably just stay in place with the normal ones that don't have any lieutenants or anything like that, because it isn't really all that difficult set of pulls, because it is a relatively light set that you're facing. There we go. At least compared to Trouble in Tuckborough, where we had 3 hail mobs at a time. In this case, we only have 2 hail mobs, or a hail and 2 weak. Now this is where things can get tough. Bart's Arrow! Let's see. Now, unfortunately, the problem with Bart's Arrow is that they could resist it, or the NPCs have a habit of hitting a lieutenant that I just hit with the Bart's Arrow. Now, perfect in my case for kiting the Blood Rook, which is one of the ways to handle the Blood Rook, is take him away from all the rest of the mobs, so he won't get his bonus. Alright, and there we go, and we got ourselves 3 marks for that. I know, yippity-doo. But so far it's working. Now let's see, apparently this is for Hendrel Slayer, Brigand Slayer, and Goblin Slayer. Actually, we're halfway through Goblin Slayer already. And that was only the first assault. So we'll probably finish Goblin Slayer by the end of this. And back to the west. Right. Wolfie! Yeah. That. So yeah, pretty easy to get along through here. The big thing is the timing. And when we get to the final assault, things I'm sure are going to be a little bit trickier since we won't have as much room to maneuver as we do in this particular case. So the first 3 assaults are pretty straightforward. It's when you have those double waves that things can get a little bit challenging. Let's see. Alright, yeah, completed. Bearer of Blight Slayer. Yay! 50 marks for killing 5 Bearers of Blight. Now, this particular... I'm trying to think where the encounters may be. I don't think we have one coming from the south, because I think with all those southern waves that we had, I'm guessing that on the 3rd wave we had one from the south last time. If not, well, I guess we'll find out if I wind up with one north. But they keep you going back and forth at some point. Right, so this is wave 4 if I'm counting right. And yes, I have been known to miscount. In fact, I've commonly been known to miscount. Okay, that was very bad timing because I managed to pull the Bloodrook and the Birdsmith. That is not how to do it. Right. And there you go. Oh, there's one more. How about that? Well, we can easily take care of him. Number 5 is from the north. So it looks like this time round we're going to be on the north side. And what's up this time? I don't think anything much. Yeah, just a bird and just a couple things to help me with it. Now next is 6. And west. They're just avoiding having us confirm which direction the various encounters are at. Oh, friendly. Yeah, let's get him out of here. Because we don't want to be facing that. And having him buff up all these. Right, now we... Oh. I've had a couple times where NPCs have died because you have this... They have a large number of opponents on them. Zealot of Pain goes... Ah, ah. Right. Alright. Now, there we go. We should have only one more left on the assault after this. Now, what is going on with my... With my character? Well, I've gotten up to level 22. Next, my goal for next time is to get up to level... Oh, actually. Good grief. My goal next time is to get up to level 24. As I said, I'm tracing based on the Bingo Bachman quests. We'll see how that works out. Alright. I had pretty much expected that we would be getting the southern one next. 4 marks plus 1 southern encounter. And I mean, for a southern encounter, I mean Sigramar. Now he's a ranged one, so he's not going to be as easy to kite as some of the other characters we've been worrying about. And this is from the south. Okay, that makes it a whole lot easier when that's from the south also. Okay. And well, it's 6 more marks than we had beforehand. Alright, there we go. Now, little by little up there, I know you think, why do I care about 6 marks when you read up there? 30,000 already! Yeah, but that's of course from other characters. Alright. Okay, who's next? Actually, I could throw a... Not like it's not going to do any good in this case. Say, I could occasionally throw a trap, it's just that not as effective for this character, the yellow line one, since I only have 1 trap. And that 1 trap is a lot better on yellow line than it is on red, actually. You can heal me if you want. Yeah. Okay, and oh, another one from the south. We'll see now, have a chance to see whether or not I was remembering properly on that, whether or not there was a wave 3 from the south yet, because if we have an encounter for wave 4, it obviously means that that first assault with tons of southern waves didn't have one from the south, and on the 3rd, definitely no south flag bearer. So let's go to 4. And which lieutenant do we have here? Looks like the shepherd. The shepherd can be very annoying. Especially in this line, because this line you really don't have the tools you need in order to fight it as effectively as... Okay. Possible. Looks like it... I have a feeling it's going to be the Western flag bearer. Or actually, yeah, Western flag bearer is a possibility. We'll find out in a moment, because this is the wave where the Western flag bearer will appear. No, not the Western one either. Now the Northern one, which appears on the 6th. I mean. Well, I'll throw this down. And not exactly the most useful lieutenant in which to trap. But we'll see what we can do about that. New deed for... Oh, yeah, oh, that's right, because I was doing Tuckborough last time, and Tuckborough, of course, didn't have any Forestborn breeders. Okay, it is north, but... Oh. And the regular mobs are also from the north. That's a good combination to have. He has an extra enemy, but means I don't have to worry about deciding whether I want to go for the first direction or the next. Now, usually I prefer to go for the extra first, but he just presented himself to him. And I want to do the extra as before all of the rest of the mobs, because I don't want to trigger the next run, because going after the flag bearer does not count as when the mobs to the wave, and so therefore if you kill everybody else first, you won't be able to... Another one! If you kill everybody else first, then... really annoying when he does that at range. Alright. Then the next assault will continue. And the next wave will come, and you may have to run all the way over to it without having the flag bearer down, so therefore I find that a lot easier. Well, actually let me switch to him, because if I go after him first and start working on him, then I have a better interval between. Alright, there we go. No. Alright, there we go. I have a longer interval between the assaults then, because the assaults won't start counting for the next assault until until the last person is dead from the wave. Yes. Alright, there we go. Now let's take care of these guys, and here I have less room to maneuver. Now of course I can maneuver all throughout here, which is reasonable if I am going against melee opponents. So at least I do have that going for me. So it does help if I have a bit of focus on me when I do that. Actually, I had pretty good focus there. Alright, but let me make sure I have full focus. Alright, that is our first double wave. I think it's going pretty good so far. Certainly not overly complicated or anything like that. It's the next one when we get to the Stronghold Methodist where I think things will get a little more complicated. There, let me get some more focus. Actually, I think I might have been at full. Shepherd! Ah! Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of doing is to kill him quickly before he can get those worms out. I find them annoying on some characters. Well, actually, I find the Shepherd annoying on all characters. But when you have a character where my best interrupts are Bard's Arrow, which has a 1.2 second induction. Actually, I think that's... Oh, I do also have Cry of the Hunter with a 2-minute cooldown. Not exactly what you call ideal things to use for interrupts. There you go. Oh! Oh no! Ah! Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, I've got no way to purge this thing, so I am going stunned. Alright! I didn't see that guy until too late. And this is one of the... Yeah, I don't have anything to get rid of anything like that. I should give myself some pots. That's what that means. I need to get myself some pots. This is the final wave, if I'm counting correctly. And I didn't... See, now this time I need to focus, and I forgot to get it. Alright, there we go. Where we go? Oh! Troll! There you go. I don't care. I don't mind the wound takers all that much. Just take them down, you don't have to worry about it. It's not like those annoying ones that you got that shoot arrows at you that stun you 25% of the time. Let's see. Okay, we don't need that. Let's see, Well, time to lose the mouse. Alright, there we go. Now I've got it. Now let's see what I do. Now this is going to be the real tough one. Alright, there we go. Actually, yes, I do have blind sight, which is also an interrupt, but that doesn't interrupt the Shepherd of Fiddle. Because the Shepherd of Fiddle is going to be interrupted by a stun or something like that. And I went in. For some reason, I used that blind sight while I was doing all that talking, which was a bit of a mistake. And there he goes. And Siege of Gondamon. And everybody's alive. And it all worked out. And that concludes the Siege of Gondamon. I hope they take care of that little bug at some point. But that concludes the Siege of Gondamon. Next time, we are going to head into Stormhold Methodris, where I think things are going to be a little bit tougher. Because that one, you have to do all that fighting near the gate. Large mob density. I think things are a little bit tighter. So I think that'll be a little bit more challenging on this character than the first two were. So I'll see you there for next week. This is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.